So caffeine, right? I'm sure we've all had caffeine at least once. You know, it's super prevalent in our culture. I drink caffeine way more than I should. I'll be the first to admit it. But I do think it's important to talk about caffeine and why we take it and why maybe we should consider and rethink our consumption. So the first thing I want to go over is, okay, why drink caffeine? Why does one drink caffeine? Well, we all probably know it makes you have more energy, it makes you feel more alert, can get rid of the morning grogginess, maybe make you feel ready for that workout, right? It makes you feel more alert. How does it do that? Well, it does some stuff neurochemically in your brain, but it increases your heart rate, it constricts your vessels, which is increasing your blood pressure, right? So it's preparing your body to go, right? So it's kind of like a shot of epinephrine if you're familiar with your hormones at all. It's kind of like what caffeine is doing to your body. It's just getting you rip-roaring ready to go, and that's why people love it. However, that rip-roaring effect is only going to happen when it's taken acutely or in the short term, not all the time. If you go chronic or long term or all the time, those effects actually start to present themselves less. You become less sensitive to caffeine, and you need more and more caffeine in order to feel the effects. So if you want those performance enhancing benefits that I mentioned, don't take it all the time or you're not going to get those, and that's not good. As well as when you're getting those high amounts of caffeine, so anywhere from 3 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per kilogram of body weight, you can get some abdominal discomfort, some stomach discomfort, you can get headaches, you can have issues with sleeping, you can have some insomnia, you can feel really nervous and anxious all the time, you can get some really bad headaches. If you try to quit, you might have some withdrawal symptoms because caffeine is super addictive. You can develop tachycardia, which is a persistently fast heartbeat, too fast of a heartbeat. All right, all those things, right? We don't want none of that. That makes performance hard. That's going to decrease your performance in the long run, and none of us want that. We want great performance. We want to drive and optimize performance. But taking caffeine long term isn't a way to do that. So how much caffeine should we drink? Well, studies have shown that around 2 milligrams of caffeine per kilogram of body weight gives us those great ergogenic or beneficial effects, and it doesn't bring those negative side effects. Still needs to be taken acutely, so we need to have rest periods in between, probably at least 48 hours, but gives us the good effects, gives us what we want, drives up performance, doesn't bring along any of those negative side effects. It's pretty safe at that level, which for a 70 kilogram person, which is about 150 pounds, that means 140 milligrams. So that means probably not even 1 can of an energy drink, or at most 2 cups of coffee is safe and going to give you those good effects. As well as what we need to be careful of is the NCAA guidelines. So you can't have more than 15 micrograms of caffeine in your urine per milliliter of your urine, which means no more than 500 milligrams, right? That's 2 energy drinks tops, and then you might already be pushing that line because energy drinks can range from 200 to 300 milligrams a can. So I'd say just don't even go past 1 energy drink. You'll get great amount of energy from that. You'll get all those ergogenic or beneficial effects, and you're not going to get the bad effects. You're not going to toe the line with the NCAA about whether or not you have a positive on your drug test, and we can drive that performance. We can go out and win. We can go out and hammer that workout, whatever it is. So all of that to say is caffeine can be super helpful. Caffeine can be our friend, but it's our friend in the short term, not the long term. So let's watch our consumption as we're training.